Today we are going to open a new chapter, and that is known as primary activity. Okay, in the world there are many activities. As I've told you that in the chapter number 4, when we are discussing about the occupational structures of the human being or a people, we have discussed different kind of activity that people are involved in, right? So, and this primary economic activity is the one of the economic activity that people are engaging. So, in this chapter, whole of the chapter is about the primary economic activity. Okay. Now we shall start with this chapter. So, the main topic that has been discussed in your textbook, we are going to discuss now. All right, and this is the bird eye view of the chapter, so that it will be easy for you to understand as you are going to prepare for the board examination 2020-2021, right? Now, in your chapter, the first and foremost, the primary economic activity that has been discussed is hunting and gathering. Before that, we will try to understand what is primary economic activity. The primary economic activity is the activity which is directly related with the nature. For example, fishing, lumbering, forestry, all right. All these activity, agricultures, are directly related with the nature. Such kind of economic activities are known as primary economic activity. And in that, the first one is hunting. And hunting is the first and foremost economic activity that has been, adopted by the people from the early time, and that is the oldest primary economic activity, and even the gathering also. So if somebody asks you which is the oldest primary economic activity, that should be hunting. All right, and it is important for the 1 mark questions too. All right, so what is hunting now? Hunting is nothing but the poaching or the killing of an animal. All right, during the early time, they will kill the animals in that way, and they are living a life. And next important activity, that is gathering. What is gathering? All right. Now, gathering is nothing but, in this chapter, it means to say collection. What the people collects? The people collects honey from the forest, leaf from the forest, bark from the forest, root from the forest. All these are known as, that activity is known as the gathering activity, hunting and gathering activity. Is that okay? Or that is also known as the works or jobs or occupations or activities of a hunter and gatherers. Okay. Then next one is pastoralism. All right. Pastoralism is a kind of activity which is directly related with the nature, where people will go with the animal, live with the animal. All right, they will move with the animal from a place to place, all right, for the pasture, all right, in order to feed the animals. Okay, and in the pastoralism, all right, there are different mainly two types that has been discussed in your textbook. There is nomadic herding and commercial livestock. So nomadic herding is nothing but the people will herd. H-E-R-D. Herd means the raising of animals, all right, and then feeding them, all right, or looking after the animals. So that is nothing but the nomadic herding. So, and in this situation, the nomadic herding, the people will move with the animal from place to place according to the season. During the winter season, they will come down toward the lower area, all right, lower pastoral area, and during the winter, during the summertime, they will move to the top of the mountains, where you will find a lot of pasture. In that way, the people are feeding the animals and leading a life like that is happening in Tibet. The main occupation is nomad, all right, and so that is the nomadic herding. Okay, and it is also sometimes it's also known as transhuman. Okay. Then next one is commercial livestock. The raiding of livestock for a commercial purpose is known as commercial livestock. All right, commercial. So what is commercial? Commercial is nothing for man for the market purpose, man for the profit making. All right. So the livestock which has been reared for the commercial purpose, it is known as commercial livestock. Is that clear? Livestock means different kinds of animals. All right, they will raise. And next important activity is the mining. All right, and in this chapter, the mining has been discussed in detail, and then most of the time it will come for the 5 marks question. Is that clear? They may ask you to describe what is mining, what are the methods of mining, and then the factors. All right. So, what is first? Let's try to understand what is mining. Mining is taking away of mineral from the earth. That's it. All right. Taking away mineral from the earth or from the ground. All right. So, or from the depth, great depth. So that is known as mining. And in this mining, you will have different methods of mining, taking out minerals from the ground, right? Or there are different types of mining, right? So in the mining, you will find underground mining, or underground mining is also known as shaft mining, S-H-A-F-T, shaft mining, okay? And this shaft mining is taking away mineral from the great depth. Is that okay? So that is known as shaft mining. And open cast mining. In this mining, minerals are just just remove the surface of the earth, and then they will take away the minerals. Okay. For this, they don't need to dig deep into the earth, all right? Just on the surface of the earth, if you just remove the surface of the earth, you will find the minerals, all right? Whatever the mineral, all right, maybe. And so these are the types or methods of mining. Then, in the factors for the mining, what are the factors for the mining? Okay? Physical factor, okay, and economic factors. Now, when you try to mine the mineral from the ground, from the earth, all right. Now, what do you have to keep it in your mind? You have to keep two things in your mind mainly. That is physical factors and economic factor. You should see physically feasible or not, economically feasible or not. All right. And in the physical factor, for example, the size. What is the size of the the mineral available? All right, and the grade. What is the grade of the minerals? For example, in the iron you will have a different grade. In the gold you will have a different grades of or a quality of the mineral, right? And you have to see the quantity, how much quantity is available for the mining. You have to see that one, all right? And suppose if the quantity is very less, and then if you are trying to mine that area, and then it is a game of loss. So we have to see the quantity, all right? Number, how much it is available, right? So size, grade, and quantity are the physical factor. Then next, we have economic factors, right? In the economic factor, you have to see whether the particular mineral has a demand in the market or not, all right? At the same time, availability of a technology, whether the technology is available in the market to take away the mineral from the ground or not. We have to see that. And at the same time, use. all right, how much the mineral that we can use it, or how much people are using it, okay? And at the same time, the capital here means, you know the capital, right? The money, the human capital, all right? Land, technology, all those comes under this, right? So capital. So you have to see the capital, whether the capital is available or not. All right, if the capital is not available, if you do not have a money, then how you are going to mine that areas? How you are going to take the minerals from the earth? All right, it's not possible. At the same time, you have to see labor. Labor is one of the important factors, all right, which will play for the mining of any area or any mine. Okay, then transport costs. All right, whether the transport is available or not, transportation facility is available or not, right? We have to see that one. Is that okay? So these are the two important factors, the physical factors and economic factor, which comes under the mining. And as I've told you, the mining is nothing but the taking away of mineral from the ground. Now the next important topic that has been discussed in your textbook is agriculture. Yes, agriculture is an important activity which has been adopted from the thousands of years back, right? And then you have a lot of history regarding this agriculture, and this is an important part and parcel of human life, humankind, right? So now we need to understand what is agriculture, right? Agriculture is a science. So it's a science. Science about what? Science about cultivations of a soil, raising crop, all right? At the same time, rearing livestock, all right? How you need to raise your crop, how you need to cultivate, all right? Simply digging the land and then putting the seed, that will not work. You got to know the science of it. Is that okay? For example, the black soil is suitable for the cultivations of cotton, all right? And if you cultivate something else, all right, it may not grow properly. So here, what do you need to understand? You need to understand the science of black soil, all right? Black soil is favorable for the cultivations of cotton, not for other, all right? Is that okay? So like that, so agriculture is a science and art of cultivations of soil, raising crops and rearing livestock. You have to rear the livestock, all right? What food you need to give to those animals, all right? And how we need to have more milk. In order to that, what kind of food that we need to give it to that very animals, or like cattle. Is that clear? All right. So agriculture. Now, can you tell me? Agriculture is a science and art of cultivations of soil and raising crop and rearing livestock. Or in simple word, agriculture is nothing but farming. Okay? In the agriculture now, you will have different types of agriculture. Subsistence agriculture. Subsistence agriculture is cultivation for self-consumption. All right? The people will, it's almost like a olden days cultivation. What they will do, they will cultivate the land, all right? And whatever the product they get, they will consume it by themselves, all right? And then, and the same family member, they will, grow the land, cultivate on it, and then they will get the product and they will consume all those productions. So that is nothing but subsistence agriculture, all right? And in the subsistence agriculture, primitive subsistence agriculture and intensive subsistence agriculture, right? So, and for in the subsistence agriculture, the main important thing that has been discussed in your textbook is slash and burn agriculture. Slash and burn agriculture is also known as shifting cultivation, all right? And this shifting cultivation has a different name or different local name. In India, it's known as Jumi, and try to find out what is what is the local name used by the Mexico, what is the local name used by the Indonesia, all right, and at the same time, and in America, and so on, Is that okay? So try to find out that. Okay, and in that you will it has been discussed the primitive and intensive. All right, that we will discuss later. And plantation agriculture. Plantation agriculture. What is plantation agriculture? Growing of, all right, single crop. Okay, for the commercial purpose, like a tea, coffee, right, and pepper. And extensive commercial, all right, farming or commercial grain farming, you can say. And extensive means, from the word extensive itself you will understand. So in America, the 300 acres of land is they will cultivate, all right, just for the wheat, all right. Okay, such extensive land, if you cultivate, then, and that too for the market purpose, that too for profit making purpose, then it's known as extensive commercial farming. Is that clear? Next one is a mixed farming. So in this mixed farming, you will find both the people will go for the animal rearing as well as the cultivations. Okay, and market gardening. Market gardening nowadays it become a very very important players in the cities. For example, market gardening is, in your textbook it has been discussed, the horticulture, right? Okay, all right, truck farming, all right, the vegetable that has to reach to the market overnight, all right, that's why it is known as truck farming. And dairy farming. Dairy farming is keeping an animal, a milk animal or a milk animal or cattle, okay, and for the production, for the commercial purpose. For example, the you have Sudha dairy, you have Amul dairy, all right. So all these, they are they keeping the animal, raising an animal for, all right, and with the scientific or with the technology they are using it, all right, and hybrids. Okay, so such kind of activities is known as dairy farming. And then next one is Mediterranean agriculture, and the agriculture that is practiced in the Mediterranean regions and a region like a Mediterranean, whatever the area may be or wherever it may be, all right. This climatic conditions, soil, and it's almost like a Mediterranean, the conditions or areas situation, right? In these Mediterranean regions, all right, they will cultivate almost a citrus fruit. Okay, citrus fruits are those fruits and which are rich in vitamin C. For example, lemon. For example, and grapes, right? And then in this region, you will find the world's best wine, and are made in those regions. Is that clear? And they will supply the grapes to the different part of the world. All right. So that is the Mediterranean agriculture, which is practiced in the nearby Mediterranean regions, and the situation which is almost available or almost same to the in the Mediterranean region. All right. So with this, we have finished with the introduction part, and I would like to say thank you so much